5. His first since last October. That was in King City against Oman. It's his 8th T20I century altogether. It's been an innings of the highest quality. One real moment of fortune from his very first delivery, but he's taken that and he's cashed in. He's made it off just 35 deliveries. Paresh, 6 fours, 1 6. As now the switch hit comes out, half an appeal, and it's been as good an innings as I've seen from Nepal's captain, well, in a very long time, maybe since that West Indies A series last year.
And under pressure as well, because the wickets were going down from the other side. Credit goes to Dipender Singh as well, the vice captain. He came in, gave company to Rohit Podel.
Swept powerfully. We'll bring the 100 up. Now Irie wants the second. He's going to have to get moving. Just as well he's maybe the cricket. Oh no, they're going to have 3. Sensational. Nobody else in the world turns us into 2, let alone 3. And the pressure really telling on Qatar. Watch the running between the wickets here. He's like an absolute hare across the turf. Yet to get the afterburners on, and then Powell's awareness to say, okay, you've given us 2, let's have 3, thanks very much. Outstanding running. Can't take your eyes off these two. 102 for 3. $54 the partnership worth. Paresh, captain and vice captain, they've both been outstanding. Really, really impressive batting.
Yeah, this is very good batting by these two. The contribution for Rohit Podel, 29 of 19 and 24 of 19 for Dipender Singh Irie.
It's also back on brand with the style of cricket that we saw Nepal take to the West Indies during the Unity Cup. Daniel Archer will return for his second. Do you have any idea why they went away from that brand in the first 3 games, where they struggled with the bat, to be honest, despite winning all 3 matches?
Well, actually, it can be the pitches as well. Sharjah pitch was a bit better than the pitches here.
Easier to score.
Yes, it was.
But I suppose I don't necessarily see that in the playing surfaces changing your brand. This should be the brand. 1s and 2s. Bits of innovation, ramps and scoops, and that's going to skid away off the advertising surface and run for 4 more. I don't think there's many batters in the world who use the pace on the ball better than Rohit Podel, and he's been at his very best tonight.
It was on the middle and off. He ramped that over the keeper's head for a boundary. Now, getting a momentum shift, Nepal. They are 107 for 3 in the 15th over. A good platform to unleash at the back end of the innings.
Qatar must be thinking, oh no, not again. Not at this venue, not against Nepal. Cut away, good stop. It's the first good piece of fielding in a little while from Qatar. They've been getting just run ragged. So much pressure applied upon the men in maroon by these 2 fantastic runners between the wicket. But that was 3 runs saved, and credit to the backward point fielder.
Again, Rohit Podel hitting that ball swiftly down to backward point.
I think it might have been Mujibur Rahman with a diving stop there. Again, just a deflection. Again, he wants to. Surely he won't get it this time, as Sharik Munir does the fielding and just threatens the throw. Been great entertainment this, and certainly looks like Nepal on track for an above par total.
Yes, they are right on track. They shouldn't lose any wickets from now on. The 3 runs that they took was unbelievable.
Yeah, it really was. Breathtaking stuff. Paresh, we've seen the ICC highlight Nepal's performances again on the ICC social media channels. I think the last count I saw that final over finished last night had done over 10 million views. That's not just fans from Nepal, are there? Like, these cardiac kids are generating a global following now.
Yeah, it is a global following.
Picked up into the leg side. Fielder there, straight to him. And the fun is going to be over for Dipender Singh Irie. Daniel Archer's slight change of pace might have been the off-cutter, and a lack of pace in the surface as Nepal just went away from what was working so well in that partnership, and Qatar desperately needed that wicket. A well-deserved breakthrough.
It was an off-cutter on the middle stump. It was hit straight to the fielder. It's Zubair Ali taken a rather comfortable catch. Dipender Singh, after playing a good hand of 26 of 21, has to depart. Nepal are 110 for 3. Sorry, 4.
Yeah, Ari, the fourth batter to fall. Now, in at number 6, I would suspect that every single person in the world would have thought it would be Gulshan Jah. 5 overs to bat, striking at 200, having a massive impact on the tournament, 1 Player of the Match award. They've gone with Mohammad Adil Alam instead. Paresh, is that a perplexing decision given the fact that there's left arm spinners with overs left and how incredibly red hot form Gulshan Jah is in?
Well, I think Adil Alam has been sent just to hit the ball. They are keeping Gulshan Jah back because I think Stuart Law wants him to play a role as a finisher.
Slog swept, but straight to the fielder, so should just be the single. Understand what you're saying, Paresh, but with 5 overs to go, is that not the exact finisher's role?
But you'll have to go and ask the head coach for that.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm with you on that front. He's been out of international cricket for 3 years, played both games, the second and third game, that is, in Sharjah in the Unity Cup. Hadn't played any cricket at all, really, obviously out of action for well publicised reasons. However he goes, and absolutely it's so great to see Mohammad Adil Alam back into the team and back playing cricket and back looking happy after such a difficult time in his life. Chipped straight to the backward point fielder, who can't hold on. Well, that would have been taken in the second innings, you suspect, by probably all 11 of Nepal's fielders. Zubair Ali, he was just on his heels, wasn't he? Surely this should have been caught.
Again, one of the Nepali batters getting the top edge. He had to dive in front, completely misjudged it.
For me, at this level, that's a regulation chance. No one ever tries to drop a catch, but he just got himself in a tangle. For someone who's a very experienced cricketer, I know new to the international game, but a great pedigree back in his native Pakistan. And that was a regulation chance. Adil Alam should have been caught for none, but he gets off the mark. I think this is a bizarre choice. I think it could cost between 10 and 20 or even 30 runs, depending upon how well Gulshan Jah would have gone. And I just think, particularly with the left arm spinner still with overs left, had to go with the left-hander. Four singles from the over. Great credit to Oais Ahmed. Super spell from him. He found the right pace on the pitch. He finishes with 1 for 17. Nepal have 4 overs left. It's 114 for 4. Here's the Manhattan chart, and after those really good 11th, 12th, 13th overs that were driven by that fantastic running between Powell and Irie, breaks have been applied by the dismissal of Irie and the introduction of the new man. So 4 overs left. How will Mirza Mohammed Baig see it? He's got 1 over left himself. Looks like he wants to go with 1 more of Archer. Does he turn back to spin? We haven't seen any more from the off spinner since he started. Doesn't want to bowl him to the 2 right-handers, I suspect.
It's kind of a mandatory for a bowler who takes a wicket to come back and bowl again.
Yeah, you often used to get that, didn't you? Sort of in the olden days. A bit more flexible in the modern T20I game. Now, thuds into the pad. probably just angling down. He sort of angles the ball in, doesn't he? Powell wants to come down and have a word with Adil Alam. Oh, just missing the leg stump.
Didn't actually got the pace of the wicket there. Mohammad Adil Alam, he's faced 5 deliveries for just 2 runs. In a tricky situation here.
What a take! Unbelievable grab. Second stunning caught and bowled of the evening. A complete reflex catch, and Adil Alam's short stay at the crease will end thanks to a moment of magic from Daniel Archer Maria Luis. We've seen some brilliant catches this tournament, and that is right up there with the very best of them. Superb reflexes, superb catch.
This is the second grab. It's exactly like the same before. The left-hander taking a catch off Kushal Malla. This time around, the right-hand medium pacer taking a catch against Adil Alam. Hit it straight. Alam has to depart for 2. Nepal, they are in a spot of bother. Losing 2 quick wickets.
114 for 5. And it will be Gulshan Jah who comes belatedly to the crease 8 balls later than maybe most will feel as though he should have. But he's in now. And what can he do to impact the game? Striking at exactly 200 in this competition. Significantly well in advance of anyone. Been a really interesting innings. Credit to Qatar for the way in which they've fought back here. If they can have a good final 4 overs, keep Nepal under 140, they'll still harbour realistic aspirations. And Nepal will again have to be at their best with the ball and in the field, as they have been for much of the tournament. They defended 140 by 1 run against the UAE. I think it would leave them precarious if they only end up with that. What can Gulshan Jah do to impact the match? And get off the mark immediately with a single. This is an important phase of the game now, Paresh.
And the confidence that Gulshan Jah has, the first ball that he faced was way onto the front foot and flicked it away down to mid-wicket for a single. That is the confidence that he possesses, playing those 2 innings, being the player of the match in the group stages.
Got him. And Qatar continue to fight and scrap their way back into this contest. That's the line and length that he was being asked to bowl. And Daniel Archer gives his captain the reward. Mears is ecstatic with that. Qatar keep fighting. Great credit to them. Right on the money. Slightly late on the shot. I'm not sure if he was trying to work it squarer than he could have. Could have kept a bit low too. Padel's got to go.
Yes, it kept a bit low, but Podel, I think he was deceived by the off-cutter. It was a slower ball that it was bowled by Daniel Archer. He has 3 for 21 in his third. A good knock by Podel comes to an end. 58 of 41 with a massive 6 and 7 fours.
Yeah, 115 for 6 now. Nepal, they are wobbling. They haven't done anything easy throughout this competition, really. All 3 of their victories, the other sides have had their moments, and after such a convincing win in the second match against the West Indies and all this talk of the Cardiac Kids tag disappearing, I think it's very much still in the blood. It's maybe just in the very DNA of all of these Nepal players. 2 wickets and 3 balls. Sundeep Jora will come to the crease and get off the mark immediately. You do feel a bit for Sundeep Jora, don't you, in terms of his role in this team? Seems like he can bat anywhere in the order.
He's very flexible. He can bat at number 3, number 4. Now he's come to bat at number 8. That shows the length of the batting lineup that Nepal possesses. Actually,
the first time in his T20I career, he's batted as low as number 8. So he's now batted every position all the way from number 3 down to now number 8. And that's not easy for any batter to do. Such different roles you play in the different positions. Great bowling from Daniel Archer. He's got 3 for 22. Just 3 overs remain. Nepal have a long way to go to even get to 130, let alone 140. 116 for 6. And there are the 6 wickets to fall. Surprise for me has been still just the 1 over for Mohammad Azim. Would you be tempted to bowl the off spinner here? Just get one into Jah?
Well, Daniel Archer has bowled pretty well. 3 overs. 3 for 22 his figures. I think the captain Beg will be tempted to bowl his last over.
Yeah, I think that might be the 20th. I'd probably go with one of Azim, which is exactly what Mirza Mohammad Beg is going to go. This is a good move. Even anything under 7 off this over is a great result for Qatar. Really scrapping hard. The men who've made the short trip across here to Oman. Oh, he's got him straight through. Turn. And it's a calamitous collapse here for Nepal. After a marvellous 4th wicket partnership, they've lost 4 wickets for very little. And Nepal are rocking. They're in trouble. Qatar, ebullient with joy. And you would think back in the contest.
It was a sharp turn. The ball slipping through between the bat and the pad. Sundip Jora had no clue about the ball.
Remarkably, Nepal have just lost 4 wickets for 6 runs. Qatar showing why they're worth their weight in gold here in the Super 6. It's Jora that's got to go. His first time batting at number 8. He's gone for 116 for 7. Sampal Kami will have to come out to the crease. Again, you just have to question that decision of Adil Alam being the one up above Jah. You might say it's immaterial, but felt like a momentum shift and a momentum factor. The way the spinners have gone, Paresh, you'd be tempted to bowl Azim the 20th and final as well, wouldn't you?
Yes, and 7 wickets down for Nepal. Nepal just saying that tactical change and keeping out Lalit Raj Bankshi in a turning wicket.
Yeah, I think what they're saying though is they've got so many spinning options. Kushal Malik can bowl, Rohit Paudel can bowl, Kushal Bertel can bowl. Donkey bowled the other night. Sharp turn and offer as this one's cut away very effectively by Sampal Kami. It's a good shot. He'll start with a brace. He'll pick up 2. They're not in a particularly strong position here, Nepal, are they? We did say at the start 130 could be a good score. They should get that. They might not get many more.
They have to get at least 130 to make a game out of it. Sampal Kami with that quick hands, cutting that ball behind square on the offside.
Beats the outside edge. This has been good from Azim. It really has. I love what he's done. I'm just surprised that he's only bowled the 2 overs. I know there's right-handers operating, but it's clearly a helpful surface for the spinners. Worked away for a single. Has this fight back from Qatar surprised you, Paresh?
No, actually, it's in some point Nepal were doing so good when Rohit Paudel and Dipender Singh Airi were in the middle. After the wicket of Airi, I think it was miscalculation by the support staff to send in Adil Alam in place of Gulshan Jah. Gulshan Jah must have been sent then.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I just think a little bit of a tactical misstep. Be interesting to get the thoughts of Paudel and Lowe after. Now Jah, what can he do? Loves going down the ground against spin. That's impossible there. Speared into the surface and turning away. Wonderful bowling. Great fight back this from Qatar. Yet another seesawing Super 6 contest. And that's very, very clever from Jah, because he wanted the single, he wanted the strike, didn't feel as though he'd be able to get much reward out of Azim. He will keep the strike. They're up to 120. 2 overs remain. 120 for 7. So 2 overs left, 12 balls to work with. And it's going to be the skipper to bowl the 19th, Mirza Mohammad Beg. He probably hasn't plotted his way through this innings as he would have liked, but you would have to say that he might end up getting reasonably good reward if he goes with Azim in the final over. I think he'll keep it tight. Under 130 still possible. What can Gulshan Jah find the middle of the bat? And a monster for 6. Right into the hitting arc, and it's a frustrated Qatar support staff there. Baig could have been bowled out, but instead the first ball of his 4th goes the distance.
Again, the bottom hand coming into play. Gulshan Jah. This is the second 6 in this tournament that Gulshan Jah has hit over covers. Against the fast bowlers.
They're really good shots. Again, it's that ability to find the power to get over the rope from whatever angle. He can hit 360, can't he? Round the wicket now. Full toss, and Jah misses out. Can Kami go quickly enough to get Jah back onto strike? Yes, he can. Good running, good game awareness from the pair of them. He's such a mature young cricketer. Gulshan Jah, you could argue he's been the difference maker throughout this campaign for Nepal.
He surely has been, and these two are very good mates. Gulshan Jah and Sompal Kami. A good understanding between the wickets there.
Pumped. Oh, pumped many a mile. Even better than the first maximum. This one's still racing away onto the second oval. He is a phenomenal young talent, Gulshan Jah. Whatever length is hit, he'll find a way to get it over the rope.
Hit it on the up into extra cover. That was an off cutter, a slower ball. Well picked up by Gulshan Jah. The ball running towards the second oval. 6-6 in this over in the first 3 balls. This is the penultimate over.
And Jah's doing it again. He's completely changing the complexion of this game. You could argue without Jah, Nepal would be in real trouble. Not today, throughout this entire competition. Got him this time. So he's going to fall for an even strike rate at 200. But again, it's the impact that he has made. Only out there for 8 balls. He's gone for 16. Mirza Mohammed Baig is having a wonderful tournament. The leading wicket taker in it gets one more with an in-swinging Yorker. Very well bowled.
I think Gulshan Jah could have gone the same way on the offside. He tried to play across the line. Just went under his bat. Another cameo comes to an end of Gulshan Jah. 16 of 8. Yet again, 200 his strike rate.
He could be 16 crucial runs come the end of this contest, as Nandan Yadav, who is very capable of clearing the ropes himself, comes in at number 10. It means that Sandeep Lamachani, who is, as we all know, very, very confident in his own ability with the bat, he's all the way down at number 11. So a deeper batting lineup today with no Rajbanshi and 8 balls left to work with. What can Nepal get up to? Just be a single to start with for Yadav. What do you do if you're Baig here? Do you gamble bowling the off spinner in the 20th and final?
Well, his bowl, Asim has bowled pretty well. You have Daniel Archer, who's taken 3 wickets, giving away 22 runs in his 3 overs. Baig, he has been excellent in this tournament, leading wicket taker, the captain of Qatar. Batting deep inside the crease, Sompal Kami trying to get under the ball.
Down the leg side, misses out a little bit there. Sompal Kami will just be a single. Probably a bit more expensive in his 4th and final than he would have liked, the captain of Qatar, but continues his excellent individual tournament. Very impressive figures. 3 for 29. Nepal 136 for 8. Who do you bowl, Paresh? Mohamed Azim has been the most economical. Or will it be Daniel Archer potentially, also the other one with 3 wickets?
It's highly unlikely that he's going to go with Azim, but I think he's going with Azim.
So it's highly unlikely he's going with him, but he's going with him. Okay, I'm with you, Paresh. 100%. He's doing the unlikely. I think with the way the ball has been reacting for the spinners, I don't think this is necessarily a bad call. For me, he should have bowled his 4 overs earlier in the piece, but now he's entrusted to bowl the 20th and final. Cammy gets no timing at all. Should be time to get back for 2. Direct hit would have made it very interesting for Yadav, but he'll scramble home for a couple. And a bit of frustration being shown by the bowler. Is he asking for the long on fielder to be off the rope?
It's the spinner bowling the last over. The fielders in the boundary line, they should be on the rope, not inside the rope. Sompal Kami can hit a big ball, but Azim is bowling well.
Hit towards long on and hit over his head. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. Azim had forced the long on fielder to come in, and as a consequence, Cammy gets just enough of it to scramble it over his head for 6. If he's on the rope, that's out. Oh, very, very poor cricket from Qatar. Costly moments these.
The boundary riders, they should be on the ropes, not inside the rope. He was probably 10 to 15 yards inside the rope.
And he just moved himself there as well, the captain. A 7-run swing. Now a swing and a miss. That's the right length on this surface. Speared in. They've had a few moments, Qatar, that have been so costly, and the running between the wickets has brought about that reward. Aggressive running between the wickets.